the Niners have a potentially explosive situation. They have two quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They're both vying for one job. One guy's been here for 4 years. The other guy is the future of the franchise. How you haven't been in a locker room, you haven't seen it, but you know you've been around. You weren't born yesterday. How do you think this could play out potentially? What are the possible side effects or whatever you want to say? Implications.
Yeah, I think these guys have known Trey Lance for a week, and I think they've known Jimmy for 3 years. And
that's a big deal.
And automatically they have a relationship with Jimmy, even if they go to practice and they're focused on their job and their career and winning every rep for them to feed their family. It's just human nature. Jimmy's a guy you know, Trey's a guy you don't. Jimmy's a guy who is really playing for his career.
Yes.
And Trey's a guy who has everything out in front of him. I don't think it affects things in a drastic way. I think there's going to be it's going to be subtle. There's going to be subtleties. The way the locker room, it's going to be a tiny bit of tension, maybe in the quarterback room, tiny bit of tension. A question I had, and this is a little bit different. There, consensus, conventional wisdom in the NFL is a rookie quarterback benefits by sitting for a year or for half a game, or excuse me, half a year. A rookie quarterback can benefit. I don't know that that's true. I think it's true maybe on a few instances. I think if you have to tweak a guy's mechanics drastically, and you're really changing the way the guy, his footwork or his upper body mechanics, you don't want to put him in a game where he's thinking and you want him to be playing free. I think if you have to really do a makeover on a guy's mechanics, or if the pass protection is horrible, I think if your guy's going to get lit up and he's going to get pressured constantly, I think you don't want to play rookie. Other than that, are you helping a guy by sitting him?
It's a good question, right? Because there's examples on both sides. There's Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, Montana, all sat, all had all-time great careers. But then there's other guys who played right away and struggled and went through the growing pains, and that helped them, like Peyton Manning, Josh Allen. I mean, a million guys. So there's no right answer. I think it's a situational thing. Like for the Bills 3 years ago, of course you play Josh Allen. You suck. You have a first-year head coach. Let him learn on the job because you're not going anywhere. I mean, it's good for him to learn on the job, accelerate the learning curve. And if he sucks at first, no one's mad. The expectation is that. I mean, his quarterback rating was 60-something. No one was mad about that. It's not like they had a better option. But on the Niners, it's more complicated because even though people are tired of Jimmy Garoppolo, everyone is, it seems like, even the coach, he still has a 98 quarterback rating when he plays. He's still 22-8. So if you get rid of him and you have a quarterback competition this offseason, right? And Kyle says, hey, Trey won. Jimmy, you're the backup. And it was practice. Like, yeah, everyone saw it, but it's still practice. That's not football. Right. There's no tackling. It's not real. There's no pass rush. It's not really the same thing. So Trey wins. And he goes out there and he has some learning, like some growing pains, like Josh Allen did as a rookie. And his quarterback rating is 66. It's not good. And he flashes, but it's not that good. And he's losing. First of all, forget what the fans are going to say, but the team, this is, as you pointed out, a lot of players who have been with Jimmy for a long time. They're like, you know what? Say what you want about Jimmy. I know Jimmy. I've battled with Jimmy and we win with Jimmy. Now we got this kid in here and we're losing and he's learning on the job. I don't think that there's going to be the same amount of patience that there was in Buffalo. That's why I say it's a case-by-case basis.
Correct. I think this team is not like, on the list of priorities for the 2021 season, developing Trey Lance is not number one, right? For Buffalo, developing Josh Allen was kind of number one.
Right.
In a lot of ways.
The Niners have to win. They can't have a fourth losing season. They can't.
Correct. They're trying to win games. Yes. Who do you think
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's why I feel like this quarterback competition kind of isn't one. There's so many people in Jimmy Garoppolo's corner. There's going to be skeptics of Trey Lance. Now, the other rookies will be in Trey Lance's corner. They know him better. But that's the way. You don't realize there's going to be a Trey Lance faction and a Jimmy Garoppolo faction. Okay. You split the locker room.
Correct.
It happened with the Niners and Colin Kaepernick and Alex Smith. When Kaepernick got the job, Crabtree was happy, Staley was not. Like there's going to be people like, hey, man, wait a second. Jimmy's been here. You're just going to take his job away for some kid who's proven what exactly? What? Wait. I mean, so there's going to be all of that. So that's why I feel like there's going to be a lot of skepticism if Jimmy gets benched and Trey starts week 1, especially if Trey struggles right away. So if you let Jimmy win the competition, say Jimmy won, it was close, Ty goes to the vet, and then Jimmy goes out and gets hurt, well, now you don't have to worry about him anymore. Then it's like, okay, well, you're gone.
That's the most comfortable, natural progression, I think.
Or he loses week 1. You lose, you stink, you get hurt. Now the whole locker room is like, all right, man, he's lost it. We can't win with Jimmy anymore. There's no more like woulda, coulda, shoulda, what if. Now you have 100% backing of your young quarterback. That's the only way you get it. Otherwise, you got a split team. Because even when Kaepernick took the job and took the team to the Super Bowl, there was still a section of the locker room that was like, this is not right, man. A player shouldn't lose his job because of injury. Alex was playing well. So Kyle's going to be very, very smart, strategic, and I think that's why he is being smart and strategic. His dad has been around. He's got people that know how to do this, and that's why he's saying it's not a competition yet. It could become one, but it's not one yet. Kid's got to earn it.
Yeah. Do you think this quarterback competition is won in practice? Do you think it's won in preseason? Do you think does Trey Lance get first team reps?
That's a great question, man.
How real is this competition going to feel? I mean, if Trey Lance is in a preseason game, even if he has some rookie mistakes, even if there's some things that are a little bit clunky, but if he flashes and he throws a ball downfield that Jimmy's not throwing, Jimmy's going to run his Jimmy offense. And I think you might see a different Jimmy. You might see a Jimmy that comes out and there is heat on his back, right? And there's a different when you draft Trey Lance, you're putting a jetpack in, right? You're putting an engine right here, and you're really heating that dude up. You might see the ball in a way that he does
chunky. He looked a little chunky.
Does he know?
I thought look here. I know the initial reaction was, hey man, dude looks chunky, and then the next reaction was, oh, it's a bad angle. So I gave it to my wife, who I felt is the ultimate judge, and she was like, no, he looks chunky. So I'm just saying, my wife is not impressed. But I don't think she's impressed with my body either. I've been working hard to try to. I'm just saying, Jimmy, I'm coming for you, man. You used to have us all in the handsome game. Now I think the door's open. Jimmy. Been working on my jawline, Jimmy. Watch out. So look, I mean, I just feel like, how is this going to be? You asked, how many first team reps is this kid going to get? Is he going to get any in OTAs? I doubt it. I think Jimmy has to open the door for him. I think Jimmy's in a good spot. If he can go in and play well, I don't think Trey Lance is going to get many, because Kyle can say, look, we're in win now mode. Jimmy's playing well. We'll get to Trey. We'll get to Trey. Right. Trey's getting up to speed. But if Jimmy goes out and does what he does, like has a day where he stinks, where he throws 3, 4, 5 picks into practice, well, then that opens the door for Kyle to be like, all right, well, we need to give Trey. We have to give Trey more first team reps. Jimmy's going to open the door. It's going to be up to Jimmy, I think. I expect Trey's going to play well, but playing well in practice, is that enough? It might not be enough. I think Jimmy has to play poorly when it counts, and that could happen. It happened week 1 last year. Look at his week 1 performances. They're all bad. Week 1 in Minnesota. Week 1, in Tampa. So
you think it's Jimmy's job to lose? I think
it's Jimmy's job to lose because of the locker room, man. Because of people like Kyle Juszczyk and George Kittle and all these guys who go on the radio all the time. And that's my guy. I love Jimmy. And we with him. And How many times have you been saying for years? And I feel like that's human nature. I know if I'm been in that team and I know Jimmy and they bring in this 21-year-old kid, I'm like, I don't know you, man. I mean, I'm open-minded. Right. I want you to be good, but I'm not. I have a relationship with Jimmy, man. I'm probably going to be partial to him until you prove it over and over again. That's the way I look at it. I just feel like if Kyle makes us, if it's close in camp and Kyle says, you know what, Trey won, and he struggles during the regular season, you really messed up that locker room. You might have lost it.
Yeah.
You might have lost it.
If you try to reverse engineer, you start Trey Lance, and just like the Dolphins last year, that was headline news every week. They would yank Tua, and they would put that.
It's terrible.
It's not good. It fragments everything.
Let's say they both play well in camp, both of them. Jimmy gets good reports, but so does Trey Lance, and Kyle goes with Trey. And he just happens to struggle in his first few games because he's a rookie.
Right.
That's a problem. That's a problem because maybe Jimmy wouldn't have struggled because he's a vet. You know, all that stuff, man. So I think got to be really careful here. If you give the job to Trey too soon and he's not, and he just happens to have a bad game, what are you doing in the locker room? Are you jeopardizing your, what is the word? Credibility in the locker room. These are things that coaches think about. But look, I guess I feel like Jimmy's going to open the door. I've watched a lot of Jimmy in practice. I saw Chunky Jimmy stroll up to OTAs. I don't think he's going to be angry Jimmy. I think Jimmy is rich Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know, injured Jimmy.
Like he's accepted.
I think he's on the way out, man. That's been my suspicion, is that he's kind of lost the passion for football, man. Let's see him fight for it.
It almost feels like he's accepted it, and now I think he might play loose. He's got nothing to lose. The money's in the bank. Let me just go out here and play and let the chips fall where they lie.
If I throw a bunch of picks, oh well, man. If I get hurt, oh well, man, I tried. If I play well, great. You know, oh well. That's the way I look at him.